What's up, Max? Hang on, Max. Oh, that's great, Max. Fantastic. Whoa. What are we doing on foot here? Hang on a second. You'll be lurking? Yeah, I don't blame you, Max. I don't blame you one bit. It's weird. I'm not even sure where we are in the game. I kind of just logged in and I was down here on the surface. It's a kappa. Do they have a transaction going on? No outstanding missions. See what they got here. Maybe we'll take one here. Mission board. Here's a settlement raid. Exterminate cartel of Nilaba or Iota Trianguli Australis. Distance to target 340 light seconds. That's good. Niaba AB2. Call ourselves a good old Apex shuttle and get there. You go down. Glad you're doing good though, Max. Look at these guys, they're kind of like fancy. How's our sound settings here? Let me tweak those a bit. Music volume down, voice volume, that's gotta be up. Some of the sounds you'll hear in the background are the live feed that is in the top left, which is transmissions between Artemis and Mission Control, I do believe. we want to switch to the Maverick suit? Nah, we'll stay in this one. What's up, Rufio? What's up, Diesel? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. We got some space action in game, and we got some space action out of game as well. You can see in the top left, we got the Artemis live stream. I do believe that's what the current live stream is. That was the official NASA site. But hope you guys are doing great. Ready to settle in for some spacey sci-fi action here on this Tuesday. One of the things they've been talking about in the Underground News Network is there have been sightings of UAPs on the lunar surface now, in addition to the Martian atmosphere and Martian surface. And there's something like 43 videos of UAPs that were caught and on military cam, and the demand for their release was issued by April 15th, I do believe. So it's possible we might see some new UAP footage coming in the news very shortly. There's been a strange number of these odd tic-tac shaped UAPs. Ones that seem to defy laws of physics. And I'm not sure. They're very strange to me because I would have said they were just reflections, but they're actually, these are ones that are actually being picked up on radar as objects. So I'm not really sure.
Integrity Houston for secondary dumping. They read some good news. We have determined that we are okay. If you have additional views that you want to dump, we would just appreciate it if you would let us know anytime you're initiating a dump until MET 536. We are still collecting imagery associated with that.
Yeah, I know. There might be some interesting ones, Diesel.
We are about to, we're waiting for one very important flight director to arrive.
We have a drone.
Hey, had you on speaker for that, and we really appreciate your words. The whole team heard you, and we are all really proud to be here with you.
Excellent. Victor just had a great comment. If you guys get a couple of these early drafts of these pictures of you, I'll put them in the mission summary. We'd love to see your faces.
We can absolutely do that.
Jigs up. Going live. E-clip up right now. Damn, they must have really upped the audio settings. This freaking sounds visceral. Clarence. What's his name? Will Smith? Oh, Mahiah Smith. I was like, huh? Will Smith? Well, Rufio, you know, that's because frickin' I grew up in the 1980s during the threat of the Cold War, so all that shit is like, doesn't mean shit to me. Besides, if we are gonna blow ourselves up, really our only hope is aliens. So. It'll just prove that our whole species was a failure, you know? How many left? We got 2 left. Let's find a terminal and locate these guys. Staff list. Restricted area. Damn you. Can I get in there? Oh, damn. I can't get in there. I should have freaking stayed in there and scanned that dude. Okay. That's not good. Yeah, the Moonanites. There you go. Here we go. Level 2 clearance, please. Thank you. Level 0. It's going to be level 3 here. Level 1. Okay, good. Level 1. So, you destroyed all the evidence, did you? It only says 14 and 15, though. Oh, you know why? Because I killed the drone. It counted the drone as a guy. Well, I'm not going to argue. Always leave one alive, they say. Need a ride. I liked Enignot and I think they were both great. But Rufio, how's your PC doing? Get your PC up and running? What's up, Riddler? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Oh man, am I gonna get far enough away to call in a shuttle here? $164 meters. I do have one E-clip left, so I should be fine. Okay, no worries, Rufio. Once you get it up and running, let me know. We can start with some, you know, basic games if you like. Just a shooter type. And then when you're ready, we can move into, you know. Okay. I will? Okay, that's good. How about you, Diesel Primus? Do you guys feel like playing tonight? Excuse me. Some Elite? If so, feel free to log in. We're going to be playing this game, and then we might try some Synthetic as well. It's another game I've installed. There's the shuttle. Is it going to be able to land, though? Trying. Looks like I found a clearing over there. Right, Green Iguana? Yeah. Yeah, watch the movie Threads, and then once you watch that movie, you're kind of numb to it. Every 80s kid's like, you know, horror story. Or, I don't know. There were others, of course. Not sure why we're here. Is this where we checked in? Oh, we'll find out soon enough. Moon Unit Zappa. Or Elvira's, you know? That's the voice I was thinking. Green Iguana is Elvira's voice. Oh yeah, Frank Zappa, Valley Girl. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a great song. I'd play it right now, but I can't. I'm streaming on YouTube, and they will not let me play anything copyright. One thing I would like to get, though, is I don't have my chat display working in this one. Didn't I have a... I want to put a little chat window in the bottom right. Here's a widget. Maybe a widget's what I need. That's how you do it, but where's the... Alerts, labels, interaction, chat. Here we go. Platform. Yeah, okay, this is what I want. Oh, here we go. Copy link. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's add a browser source. I'll call it chat. I already have one called Chatbot. Let's just click this one first. Okay, never mind. I already have one. There we go. Cool. Never mind, we're good. Saw the Dodgers beat the Toronto Blue Jays today. That was pretty cool. That's their 5th win in a row on the road. So LA Dodgers doing pretty good. You're gonna scan me. I might be wanted. Are you gonna do something about it if I am? Board, completed missions. And you know what? Let's take some nice reputation. All right. Well, I'm just gonna take another mission. Unless Diesel, you have something as far as you want to meet up somewhere, do some ground combat. The Dodgers Yoshi 3 times promo with the Yoshi bobblehead was epic. Yeah, people are gonna, that's true. That and anything Hello Kitty as well, Rufio. You know, Yoshi plus Hello Kitty. Those are both gonna be bank. You can get those. Cheers. Thank you for the hydration. Who was that put that in? Thank you. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. Grab yourself a drink, guys. Settlement raid, Cartel of Niaba. Same location. And same location again. Or we got a professional takedown. What's this one paying? More reputation. That sounds easy. Let's accept this one. Take out this enemy target, Jacob Cruz. Your days are numbered, Mr. Cruz. What's up, Potato? How you doing?
And Reed, we just went around the room. We are all good. You can begin exercise now if you'd like.
Hey, watch it!
Okay, we will. It is pretty interesting up here. I'm sure you've seen the data. We can definitely feel the vehicle moving around when folks are exercising. It's pretty cool.
Pretty simple. I need you to grab some data from a crashed SRV. Show me the details. This better be paying a lot. Ooh, no. That's nothing I need.
We also see it in the WhatsApp video as well.
You'll have to offer more.
Good to hear your report on it as well.
The job done. What the hell? You gotta do it.
You didn't even increase it, dude. I'm out of here. I'm not taking it. Like, yeah, I'll offer more. And then it's like the exact same amount. 10,000 plus 3 reputation.
We might appreciate that, but clearly not if it interrupts any sort of option down there.
But we're doing good tonight, Potato. We got in the top left of the screen the Artemis audio and video. Really not much to see, though.
That will be doable.
So I might just
And we'll let you know when you're done exercising.
let it play in the background and remove the video, because the video's kind of been the exact same thing for the whole time. There we go. But yeah, I hope you're doing good. Potato, I need to have a discussion with you, my friend. A discussion about Magic the Gathering. I gotta be honest with you, man. I am not the biggest fan of a lot of the new sets that came out in Magic. I'm not really a fan of all these crossovers with Doctor Who and Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff. I think they need to stick to their existing worlds and, like, you know, maybe come up with some new worlds. Yeah, I don't like them, and I'm at the point now where if I'm gonna be playing, I can't play with anybody that has those cards. It's just, I just don't enjoy it. I don't think it's fun. I feel like the genres should be kept in their own thing. Like, I don't mind if we're playing like a DC Universe game and you're bringing in like DC heroes, but you shouldn't be having like Marvel heroes in my Magic the Gathering. That's just crazy. Oh, the new Strixhaven set? Okay, so do you know what Strixhaven is, Potato? That is a campaign set for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And it's actually a pretty cool... I like it a lot, I do. I think I might actually... Yeah, I might actually be okay with that as a Magic set. About 90% okay, not 100% okay. But, like, I think it's better than some of their other stuff. I would love to actually play a 5th edition Strixhaven game. I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, the story... Oh, it's also from Magic the Gathering before D&D? Yeah, check it out. I didn't know that. I thought so what it is it's a kind of like a clone of Harry Potter. So when you make your characters, you're playing basically either students or, you know, faculty at a giant university, a giant wizard's school called Strixhaven. And there's a whole land, there's a whole politics involved with it. and like there's all kinds of like, you know, intrigue and things you can get into within the school. So it plays like Harry Potter, Dungeons and Dragons Harry Potter, which is cool. I do like it. It's got some new spells, it's got some new like options. It seems to be a pretty fun world. And the other thing that I like about it is you could just take Strixhaven, and because the whole thing revolves around a school and its land, you can just literally take it and plop it in any other world. Be like, hey, yeah, this is Strixhaven in the world of, you know, Ravenloft, or the world of Faerun, or the world of, I don't know, Dark Sun? It probably wouldn't work in Dark Sun, but you know what I'm saying. Conjure up a clone and then go knock off to the magic pub and that anybody knows you're slacking. That's true, yeah. And you know they pulled Ravenica from Magic the Gathering to be a D&D setting a while back. Oh, interesting. I did not know they moved Ravenica to D&D. That might be interesting. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I don't really know the lore of Ravenica. Oh, you've run a couple of parties halfway through Curse of Strahd a couple of years ago. We actually beat Curse of Strahd, myself and the party I was with. We got really lucky at the start of the battle, and we alpha'd him down before he could do anything. He couldn't even take any legendaries in time to save himself. We had a pretty strong party. We had like a crazy like archer with deadly aim. We had a devotion paladin sorcerer, you know, which is always a danger. All kinds of stuff. But I'm going to be trying a new game this coming Friday. It's a new RPG system. I'll let you know how it is. It seems very, very interesting with its character customization. So I'll keep you posted. Hey, what's up, Straggard? How you doing? Yeah, it has been a minute. Welcome back in. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend, and welcome in. Yeah, I hope you're doing fantastic. We're playing some Elite Dangerous, and we got the audio of the Artemis mission on in the background as well. And just kind of like chatting and talking about games and stuff. I don't know, we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, things like that. Starfinder 2nd Edition. I might be interested in checking out Starfinder 2nd Edition, Potato. I did not really get into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, though. So, how is Starfinder compared to that? I'm not sure. I've been looking for. I tried the Fantasy Flight Star Wars game called Edge of the Empire. Didn't like it at all. I hated the system. I ran a couple, like a game twice. Well, I ran one game, and then I ran the same game twice. One was just an intro, and then like the second one was all going through it. And it was I didn't like all those dice and all tallying everything up, and I did not like it. It was way too over complex. Interesting, Potato. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I liked Pathfinder 2nd Edition, because I knew Pathfinder 1st Edition pretty well, and I ran that game. I ran like 3 or 4 campaigns to conclusion in Pathfinder, and I've run a 5th edition game campaign through to conclusion, but I've never done. Only played in Pathfinder 2nd edition, and I'm not. I don't know. I didn't feel very strong in that game. I felt very weak, and I know that everyone just felt weak. Everyone just felt kind of. It was so hard to do damage. It was so hard to kill things for me. Sensei, you say you've played Starfinder 2.0. It's hard to roleplay because everything, even what seems obvious, required a dice roll. Yeah, that can be annoying as well. I don't know. I would try it again, but my first impression was not good at that system. But I'm going to be trying this new one on Friday, and I forget the name of it. It's got some weird name, but it's basically a boons and banes system where you roll d20 for your skill, and then you roll a number of 6-sided dice for your boons or your banes. So let's say you have 3 banes and 1 boon. You subtract 1 bane, and then you're just rolling 2 banes, and then the highest number of that is subtracted from your d20 roll, and if it's a boon, it's added to your d20 roll. And the difficulty numbers aren't like 20 or whatever, you know, except for on extremely difficult checks. They're like 10, you know, or 9. And apparently there's so many different class combinations and everything that there's something like 19,000 different ways to build your character. Not at the start, of course. At the start, at level 1, there's like 4 choices, and then it goes 4 more, you know, so it goes to 16 because it's exponential, right? And then it just keeps branching and branching and branching. Well, Sensei, isn't GURPS kind of like what you're saying though, where every action or everything you do requires a roll? I think the best system I've ever played, it might be overly simple, but it was the Cyberpunk system. You have your skill 1 to 10, you have your stat 1 to 10, you add both together and you roll a die 10, and you have to overcome a difficulty check that is set by the GM, and that's it. That's to hit, that's everything. And all your weapons like do set amounts of damage, and or like you know, it was a very fast-paced system. I guess my only issue with it was they needed more skills. Like I think that's kind of my problem with 5th edition, is I don't feel there's enough skills. Like I want lots of skills. I think that would be pretty fun. Like, have you ever played Palladium? I don't know about the main Palladium system, but like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Heroes Unlimited or Rifts. I like those because there's lots of skills. Yeah, I get it, Potato. Yeah, they're 2 totally different systems. I'm talking just the old Cyberpunk system. I don't even like Cyberpunk, to be honest with you. I don't like the genre. I don't like the whole dystopian or post-apocalyptic. Those aren't my favorite genres. But, crap, I forgot to switch. Whoa, what's your problem? What are they running? See that? Weird. Oh yeah, they're on alert. Okay, I did not know they were gonna expect me coming here. I thought I was gonna be able to walk in like, hey, I'm here, I'm just chilling, just relaxing. Now I gotta see if I can even use the terminal here. What's this guy's name? Jacob Cruz? Let's see if we can locate him. Staff list. Senor Jacob Cruz. There you are. Target is 185 miles away. Hopefully he's outside. I really don't want to have to go inside a building to get him because I don't have security access on this suit. I do not have any hacking software on this suit to get inside places. Good, he is outside, I think. Relatively simple. He's dead. Now I gotta run. I can't believe they didn't see me. Like, nobody was around when I shot that guy. Surely they're gonna set the alarms off right now. See if I can call in an Apex in time. Apex coming to you. Huh. That might have worked. That's crazy. Anyway, let me catch up on chat here. Most DMs are encouraged to apply whatever existing skill fits. True. And you love Cyberpunk for the atmosphere, but you as a major bookworm for William Gibson. Okay, well that's fair. Yeah, Sensei, if you like it, you like it. I'm not a fan of that genre, but it's okay. Potato says, I still need to try out D&D 5.5. I haven't had a chance to run the 2024 rule set yet. Okay. I haven't either. Sensei, you just finished a 5.5 campaign. We are looking for another game system because 5.5 is almost impossible for the players to lose, let alone die. Really? I thought 5e was just right. With 5e, the way you mess with players or hurt players is you have the monsters, after they down a player, you have them attack them again and get automatic death failures. That's what I liked about 5e. That was something that could be done. And they had, I do think, this is just my opinion though, I think they need, and this is after playing a lot of games. In my experience, there needs to be a penalty for losing a fight besides character death. I think that's because here's what happens. When players die, obviously it's not fun for them, but also it's not fun for the GM either because it kind of ruin the game and the story, you know? So I think there needs to be some kind of mechanic where the GM can be free to like just send a house at the players to defeat them, but when the players lose, they don't lose their characters. That's a good idea, Sensei, but you have to be running intelligent monsters for that. If you're running like, you know, giant freaking, you know, manticores or something that are going to eat the party, you know, or a dragon, you know, or some maybe some other kind of dragon, but yeah. And the other thing is like with 5e, that's really the only way that you can challenge the players, in my opinion, is, well, it's one of the ways you can challenge them, is to have the monsters hit them while they're on the ground to force those death saves to auto fail, right? And I think instead of them being death saves, they should be incapacitate saves. Like, as soon as you lose 3 incapacitate, your character doesn't die, but he's not able to be brought back up from a simple like healing word spell or something. I think there should be a state in between death and downed. They need that. For PCs. Because I don't know, I started playing Dungeons and Dragons back with Redbox back in the day, and the game has evolved so much. Back then, this is just my thoughts, I think to me Redbox was more of a board game than it was a role-playing game. Like, you didn't really role play, like you didn't like speak in character, you just listen to the story that the GM was doing, and then you said what your character was doing, and you just enjoyed the story kind of. And if your character died, it was like, oh damn, my character died, but it wasn't that big a deal because you weren't really part of the story. You were just kind of like you were just, you know, there to just defeat it, you know. So you just re-roll and then you just continue on. You weren't like, you didn't like form relationships and within the game and all kinds of stuff. But role-playing has evolved so much that people really get deep into the story and the NPCs and all that stuff. And I think for a game like that, where it does get deep like that, killing off characters kind of can ruin stuff. I'm not saying like, you know, they should win every battle, but there's got to be something before death, you know. Right. I'm just saying they're not compatible. I don't think that like having like just player death as the ultimate penalty combined with that level of role play is conducive to a streamlined game. Because what ends up happening is the GM is afraid to do anything to hurt the party, so he ends up just, you know, treating the party with kid gloves, and the party just face rolls every encounter. And it's when things are too easy. Dang, coffee sounds good, Sensei. I'm tempted to go get some coffee myself. It's too late though. Coffee sounds good. Wonder if I have any decaf over there. Maybe I'll go make a decaf. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's happened to me. I've killed a character before because this person was just being really dumb, and like, you know, it wasn't his fault. He was just kind of like a newer player, and he was being like kind of like whatever, and so his character died, you know, and you know what happened? He ended up like getting upset, kind of, and never came back. You know, and it's like, well, that's not good, you know. And it's very difficult to do that. I don't know. There has to be something. Why is the game frozen? So we're exiting. Relogging in. Like, if there was a world, like, let's say there's a campaign setting where there is no such thing as death, but when you are knocked, like, into a state of death, you gain a curse. How about that? And the curse slowly starts turning you, you know, into something worse than you are, and it becomes a role-playing effect, you know? And it's very difficult to have these curses removed, you know, like we're talking like quests that, you know, the GM can write later into the story, you know, like, or maybe there's these magic crystals that help you remove the curse, and then the GM can just throw that in as a MacGuffin into the story, like, yeah, so by the way, on this quest is rumored there are 4 magic crystals, and one of them might still be active, you know, to remove your curse. And, you know, because it's actually happened to me as well. There's this game system called Old School Role-Playing Game System, and, you know, that game was very, like, deadly. And I didn't really understand that that was the type of game it was. And, like, I put a lot of role-play into it when I guess I should have not done that. Okay. Potato, you're saying that's one thing for you that has been most of your D&D games have been with the same GM for the last decade, and he was just starting out. Everyone has worked together to figure out how to get the encounters to be deadly but winnable over the years. Right. I don't know, man. Maybe, like, suggest my idea to him. Maybe suggest, like, just take death out of the game altogether and just replace it with a curse or something, you know? Like, you're on this realm, you know, the realm itself is cursed. You cannot die, you know? Instead, you meet a fate worse than death. You get these curses, which, you know, and there's a whole list of curses you could come up with. Like, not, for example, not being able to eat food, you have to eat ashes, you know, and or you have the everyone that looks at you, anyone that looks at you, they just sense just this unnerving presence, and all the NPCs will react very, like, you know, poorly to you on first impression, you know. Things that have, like, role-playing effects, things that, like, maybe you gain bestial traits, or maybe you have to you lose control of your character sometimes at night, and then, like, you don't know what your character is doing, your other self is doing at night, you know. Maybe you'll just involuntarily, like, spirit walk and astral project to a place of darkness, you know. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, you can come up with so much. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like Ravenloft. I agree. But even in Ravenloft, you can die. I'm just saying, just get rid of the whole death thing. Yeah, exactly. Your soul is trapped, and, like, you know, or like not, or like, let's say you die, instead of, like, you die and you lose your entire spirit, maybe you lose a portion, like a % of your soul, you know, and those portions of souls are traded like currency amongst hags on the realm, you know, and you have to go barter for your soul back, you know, or parts of your soul back, you know, to make yourself whole. And only once you're whole can you leave the realm and escape, type of thing. I don't know. I think that would make for a really cool campaign, you know. And then, of course, there would be a limit. Like, if you got somebody that's, like, chain, like, dying, you know, like, derping out big time, you know, and isn't taking the game, like, seriously, you know, I don't know. hopefully you wouldn't have something like that, but I don't know. I think if I'm gonna run a game, I'm gonna do something like that. If I was going to. What am I doing here? Let's search the galaxy map here. Let's get back to. Let's get back to someplace. Go here. Yeah, let's go here. And once we get there, we'll be able to figure out what we're doing. Yeah, see, there you go, Potato. That's what I'm talking about. That's a really good idea. Like, I think that's great. Like, instead of, like, when you die, instead of, like, you're just gone, you know? You're visited by a dark entity that, like, you know... I don't know. I guess you could say make a deal, but the deal's got to be pretty much, yeah, I'm sending you back. What would you like the price to be? Would you like price A or price B? Like, you get a choice of 2 curses, maybe, you know, type of thing. I don't know, maybe something like that, because that way it forces the character to, the player to keep the character. You know, because I think a lot of players would just be like, nah, I'm dead. I don't want any of those curses. I'll just roll a new character. Because, I don't know, have you ever had players like that in your game? Where they bring a new character every single session? I hate that. And I get it. Like, sometimes you have to feel out your characters and feel the game out and try new things. But, like... You know, sometimes you just gotta stick with something, you know. People who, like, you know, bring something, and the worst is when you get people who, like, bring in something because they think, yeah, it's so powerful, and then they read the rules wrong, and they find out it's not as powerful as they thought it was, and then the next time they're gone, they don't bring it anymore. Yeah, I know, Sensei. I just... I just don't like the post-apocalyptic nature of Dark Sun. It's... Well, I don't know. I guess I could deal with Dark Sun, but it would have to be, it would have to be modified a little bit.
Email sync, so the hands-off email in crew ban no longer applies. Secondly, Reed had asked if we could turn off the SAW camera LEDs. There were no constraints against that, so we turned all 4 off.
That was audio from the Artemis live. Yeah, how is Traveler, Sensei? What do you think of Traveler as a game system? Ah, that's pretty cool. See, I love stuff like that, Sensei, where it's like where there's side effects of the items. The rules are pretty basic. You can make up most of it. Okay, that's cool, Sensei. I want to look at it. I want to look at it. If you ever, if you happen to have a PDF of the core rulebook, let me know. I'd like to take a peek. I don't want to run a fantasy game right now anyway, though. If I am going to run another game, and I'm not yet, because I'm super busy right now. I'm in, how many games am I playing in right now? 2 online games. 1 in-person game is starting up on Fridays. Plus a LARP every other week. So yeah, I'm tapped out on games right now. I can't do anything. Yeah, fortunately the 2 online games are the same GM, so we're just switching off, I think. But one is a fantasy 5e D&D game, and the other is a like kind of like a mech warrior style game. And then the one in person on Fridays is going to be a new system. It's a fantasy game, kind of like a slightly lower fantasy. And then the LARP is, you know, the LARP. So yeah, there's that. On the waterfront, was that the like press gang, or not the press gang, the gang movie that we watched here on the stream, or was that a different one? I hear you, Sensei. I don't know if I'm that big into mechs. Hey, thank you for the redemption there, whoever redeemed that redemption. Thank you, thank you. I should probably turn on my chat doc so I can see who redeems things. I can't even read who. Let's see. How big is that? Nee. Okay. You struggle just to get the controls down? I bet it's fun, though. It's probably pretty fun. What is this? What is Theophilus' birth? Okay. Guess we're going there. Yeah, I think we watched that on stream, Sensei.
Earned in blood and paid for in full. You need anything else? I'm sure one of the factions will pick a fight soon enough. Be sure and check back.
Okay, we're back in action here. Let's go get in our ship, actually. I don't think we need to be here anymore. I mean, if I can handle Elite Dangerous, I could probably handle Mech Warrior. I mean, Elite Dangerous is probably the second most complex game I've played. Star Citizen felt more complex, but that's I'm not ready to jump into Star Citizen yet at all. I don't know how long into it they are. Okay, what are we doing here? We're looking for the galaxy map. And we need to go to Pilots Federation. Map mode is state, and we need to check for war and civil war, which it is. So we can exit out now, and now we can zoom out and look for systems that are in conflict. This HR5048. This looks promising. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you need a pretty insane computer for Star Citizen. I love this ship so much. All right, let's take a look what we got here. We got, I don't know what Pharos is. That's interesting. Community of the Vault. Doesn't look like it has. I don't know what that is. That's very weird. But yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on here. Let's go to this space station here. Socrates Reach looks good. And it looks like it's in the middle there. Socrates Reach. Escobar Landing. Socrates Reach. Super Cruise Assist. Autopilot, we can kick back. Brew. Brew! What's up, Brew? This is the hardest game you played in years? Dude, have you tried this? Have you played it since? This game actually is not, well, it's complex, but, because there's a lot to remember, but it's not, you don't have to play it difficult. You can play it very easy if you want to. Oh, that's good. You're practicing? That's great. Yeah, I've heard of Freelancer Sensei. That's super cool, man. I would like to try that game out at some point as well. Going by this planet. This moon, icy moon. As we drop out here. All right. No, you're good, Brew. You're good, man. Like I said, I like helping new players with this game, but yeah, there is a lot to know. Just and plus this is the type of game where you can push one wrong button and it could completely mess you up. Like I think you were stuck in flight assist off mode for a while, where your ship was just completely out of control, and that is an advanced setting that you should never turn on. I would say never turn that on. I never turned it on. That's really only for people who have a joystick and are like really wanting to feel the Newtonian physics, and I don't even think it's worth using. Okay, what are we doing? Let's do. I think we might have time for one more mission, and then we will call it and head into Marbles for the evening. Let's take a look at where we're at here. There we go. Don't forget your limpets. It's a dangerous galaxy out there. Fly safe from Remlock. Rufio, you've been told you have a joystick. The old joystick. It is a weird name for a freaking controller, isn't it, Rufio? A joystick? That's so true. But it's been called that since... When did the term joystick come out? Like, was that... Somebody look that one up. I think it had to do, Rufio, with military back in the day, because joy means... when you say I have joy, it means I have a target in sight. Isn't that right, guys? Doesn't joy in military mean like I have a target, especially in the Air Force? Yeah, no, I know you were, Rufio. I get it. I 100% get it. I'm just saying. Just to expand on what you said. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Perfect. High zone right here. Fighting for the Empire. Yeah. Let's do that. Alright, one combat mission, and then we're out. I don't know the difference when they say Fox 2 versus Fox 1. I know Fox means missile away, but like, what does 1 versus 2 mean? Or Fox 1, Fox 2, Fox 3? That's a cool looking ship. It kind of, you know what it looks like? It kind of looks like a Star Wars like ship. You know what? They have a tabletop role-playing game of Elite Dangerous. I think if you used the ships and the system I think it would be a good game. I don't know how much lore there is. Wow, look at that, right in the middle of that crater. No wonder it's called Bravo Mines. They're mining right in the middle of the crater.
Orbital flight engaged.
Rufio, I don't think I've ever been a wingman before, but you know what? I wouldn't shy away from it. If people were like, hey, we're gonna go get some drinks and hang out and have some conversation, I'd be like, all right, fine, that's cool. I'm down. Once in a while, not all the time though, bro. You know, I get the social burnout if I do that more than once a week. That's about my limit for how often I want to hang out with other people, is once a week. All right, here we go. Back in one of these, we got Echo, Charlie, and Fox. Why, Rufio? Why? Why would I be bad? Because I don't know. I just wouldn't know what to say. I don't know. Just lack of experience, possibly. Need some lights on in here. I don't know, well, like, what isn't the goal of a wingman to like build the other person up? That's kind of the goal, isn't it? Oh, that guy like totally blasted me. What's up, Grape? How you doing, Grape? Good to see you. What are you up to? They're throwing grenades. Dude, he came right around the corner, bro. Okay. Just playing some Battlefield 6. Oh, great. That's awesome, man. Hope you're enjoying it.
Enemy forces inbound. Delta has been captured.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Can't complain too much. Things are going well. Things are a lot better now that I've got some space. Man. Yeah, it was I don't mind visiting my mom in LA, but yeah, I needed some space. It was really good to get away. Not like she was overly constraining or anything, but just like, you know, just the lack of control, you know, just sucked.
Enemy command has called in backup. Alpha is now online.
Okay, wait, I need energy.
Reinforcements inbound.
And the energy's out. Somebody better have energy for me. I'm down to 3%. There's energy.
Foxtrot taken by the enemy.
I'd hype you up, Rufio. I would hype you up like crazy, man. Are you kidding? If I was somebody's wingman, I would totally hype him up. There would be no problem.
Enemy forces inbound. Foxtrot signal is online.
I'd hype anyone up if I was supposed to be a wingman, you know?
Firefight in progress at Echo. Reinforcements are ready to deploy.
Yeah, Sensei said that before, Rufio.
Foxtrot is seeing combat. Get some guns over there. Enemy support has arrived. The enemy took Echo. Reinforcements are touching down. Alpha is now online. Enemy command has called in backup.
Okay. Foxtrot secure.
Front is ours.
Head back to Alpha.
Delta is now online. Shots are being exchanged at Alpha. Reinforcements are ready to deploy. Enemy forces inbound. Alpha point secured.
My shields are back online.
Echo has lit up.
Yeah, man, you wouldn't have to worry about me. Like, I think the bad wingmen are the ones that like end up like getting the girls for themselves, and then you don't end up doing it. I've never ever done that. I go in whenever I'm going out like with people, I have zero expectations of that. Like, I already assume like my level of expectation is at zero, so I never like worry about it, you know. That's why I always try and do my own thing. Like, I just want to make sure I get some good drinks, you know, hopefully find something interesting to talk about or do. That's about it. I'm not, there's no goal, and never a goal in my mind ever when I go out. I mean, unless that you consider that the goal, you know, just have some drinks. Like if you're going out to a dance club, sure, I'm gonna do some fucking dancing. Yeah, that's a goal. But like, nothing socially that requires something beyond my control. No way. That's just setting yourself up for a bad time. You have expectations, I think. Okay. Oh, he dodged it. Oh, right. This dude's like right here. Ugh. I turned around. There was a guy shooting me in the back. Oh well. Couldn't get out of that one. Well, I don't know what song this is, but I like it. Let me make sure this one is copyright free. You get in trouble with you, boob tube. Yeah, we're okay. Good song for being a copyright free song. My buddy made a whole bunch of AI songs, and they're really good. He used Suno, and he modeled them after the. You guys ever heard of the '90s like dark band called Typo Negative? I'm not sure what you consider that type of music. I wouldn't say that's goth, but it's, I don't know, goth rock maybe?
Enemy forces inbound. Reinforcements are ready to deploy. Delta has been captured. Foxtrot signal is online. Enemy support has arrived. Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, look at this guy way out there. Oh gosh, long range shot. Did I hit him? Oh my god, that was crazy. That was a long range shot. Can't believe it. I don't even know if I hit that guy. That was super long. Need like a sniper rifle for that guy. There he is. He's still up.
Foxtrot is ours. Enemy command has called in backup.
Down.
Charlie was secured. Bravo is online. Alpha is now
Right. I think here's the best thing to do is just be yourself, but be conscientious of your manners. That's all. Be yourself, but be conscientious of your manners. And then if they don't like you, it's their loss.
being exchanged at Alpha.
Because if you try and like put on a game and be fake, you know, then you got to always pretend to be fake. And I don't know. I'm not interested in that. I guess some people are interested in that. I'm not. Like grabbing like a one night stand with somebody that you'd have no like emotional connection with just sounds kind of a waste of time. Why is this guy so hard to hit? Jeez Louise, get behind this cover. Oh my god, they're all coming at me now. What's your problem, bro? Not that big a deal that you get me. Oh, well that's 100% true, Rufio. Yeah, you gotta show genuine interest. That's just called being polite though, you know? You be polite and attentive to people when they're talking, you know? You offer information in return that where it's appropriate, you know? You don't try to one-up people, you know? That's just... I feel like that's kind of common sense. Or not common sense, but social sense. Out of ammo. I'm out of everything. I'm out of energy. But I think a lot of people associate game with, you know, building up, you know, with like fake stories and stuff. At least that's what you see in all the movies, you know? Like, hey, yeah, I'm actually a freaking rock star, you know? And like, yeah, you don't want to go down that fake route. May as well capture this area. Sounds good, Potato. Yeah, this is our last game before Marbles. Thanks for hanging out.
Reinforcements are touching down.
It just came up in conversation, USA.
Area secure, all targets down. Great job. Head back to base for your reward.
I do agree that there is a, you have to express your interest, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. That's true. Like, if you're interested in somebody, you have to make it clear to them up front that you're interested in them, you know? In a non-creepy way. And then, like, you know, that's pretty much it. Because if you don't say anything, you know, what's the whole thing? You're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? But, you know, you shouldn't be like upset if it doesn't work out. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, hey, I'm interested in you, or, you know, as Eddie Izzard says, I fancy you, you know, type of thing. And then you just move on. You're like, okay, now that that's out there, you know, what do you think of the, you know, song playing, or what are you drinking, or what am I drinking, or, you know, yada yada. Study a while back that said girls know whether or not they'll give a guy a chance within 3 seconds of meeting, assuming that's true. I don't believe that. No way. Nobody knows that. I don't believe it. All right. Dropping in, and boom. I think it's more of like a yes, they're interested in how you look. No, they're not interested in how you look. Or C, they're just neutral with how you look, you know? And then based on one of those three things, you either have no chance, a better chance, or a even chance type of thing, you know? Or difficult chance. What am I doing here? I'm turning in a mission.
You ready to see some action, soldier?
Pump up bonds redeem. 7.3. Wasn't bad. It was fast. Okay. All right, good stuff, guys. Let's go ahead and log out here. Got that mission done. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, Rufio, I get what you're saying. The whole first impression thing. But like, first impression doesn't have to be impressive, is what I'm saying. You just, you know, you don't have to be like, you know, come out and start doing jumping jacks like a freak, you know, or something like that. I feel like it's a pack mentality. They say wolves are like pack mentality, but they're really not. I think humans are much more pack mentality. And the gravitation will be to the strongest personality in the room. So if you have, let's say you have a wingman and the wingman is letting you be the strong personality and for lack of a better term, supplicating your strong personality, it's more likely to make others around you, if they're attracted into that. And I'm not saying that's the case for all, but you know, it's the case for, I would say, greater than 50%. I don't know if that's a fair statement either. All right, let's head into the final game of the night. Good luck, guys, and let's see who's going to get in for tonight's all-elusive victory point. See who's going to get in and take this one down. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going on right here, right now, because you know what time it is. It's marbles time. Guys, and yes, indeed it is marbles time once again here on Geophat75. So hope you guys are ready to rock, ready to roll, and ready to make your way down the track and try to get in for the all-elusive victory point that's going to be given out tonight. There are the scores on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and it is JR and Sensei at 1 and Flashdo in at 2. We're going to see who's going to get in and take this one down tonight. So good luck, guys. Let's go ahead and do it up right here, right now. The name of the first track is Hard Landing, and we're going to see how you guys get through and take this one down. Let's go ahead and fire it up and keep the music rolling. Not with this track, though. Let's get a better soundtrack going. This one says it's copyright free. We should be safe. Cheers. Thank you for the hydration there. And let's start the countdown. All right, enjoy yourselves and get ready to get through in for this one because we're all heading down and heading forward and heading in. There are the marbles as they're spinning around trying to get down through this initial funnel right here. And who's going to be the first one to drop through? Will it be Hillbilly Jim? Will it be Sensei? Will it be Rufio? Will it be USA? Will it be Primus? Will it be Max? We don't know. But now we know, because it's Sensei and Rufio speeding along the side, trying to bounce up, bounce through, and bounce in, and both get through just about the same time. They're both going to take the giant leap and landing onto the hard landing plane right now. That cross plane is coming up right now, and if you can, get yourself down through the center. It's an extra boost in there, and Sensei's going to hit them both, and he's going really fast now. And he's going perfectly down through this pathway, surging forward, surging through, and about to get in and through with the golden victory. In second place is Rufio. He's going right up the middle, and then Hillbilly Jim in as well. They have more pop-up pistons to negotiate. Back here is Max. And here is USA. So who's the first one through? It would have been Rufio, but he's popped off of the edge. So Hillbilly Jim now moving up. Max is going to try and squeeze his way through, and he's popped up in the air. And is this going to work out for Max? It's going to be very interesting. Oh my goodness, almost. Not quite, but almost for Max. Hillbilly Jim in with the silver. USA will hold on for the bronze, and that's your 1, 2, and 3 right there. At a time of 1, 2, 3 is Sensei. Hillbilly Jim at 2:07 and USA 2:15. All right, good luck, guys. Get ready to get down, get forward, and get through on the first lap. The first lap in effect. What happened? What happened? Not again? Who did it this time? Ah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, we are in effect now. Thank you for the redeem right there, guys. Appreciate that very much. Whichever one of you did that. Yes, thank you for that one. Appreciate it. And now Demon Cat mode in effect the rest of the stream. Thank you very much. That should have been done yesterday. It might have. It should have been done. Somebody was at Brew redeemed the wolf yesterday. Thank you for that though. Thanks for the Demon Cat mode. So now that Demon Cat mode is in effect, good luck, guys. Last place is going to win a prize here. The person who finishes last is gonna win a prize just for the Demon Cat mode because it's opposite of good. It's whoever does the worst here is gonna win. Let's zoom in on first real quick, and then I'll tell you what prize is gonna be won tonight. For last place,
There once was a colder name. whose queries made days of the sun.
It will be... Here, this is perfect. We were just talking about dating. The name of the game is Date Everything. Date Everything is the game that is going to last place right now. Number 13. Good luck, guys. First place gets the gold, but last place is going to get the prize. Yeah, I actually need to I need to make some more crystal lights to drink. Gonna do that after stream here. I don't know, I've just been having a hard time just drinking straight carbonated water recently. I know you guys are gonna say because it's disgusting. It's not. It's good. It's fine. You just have to, you know, drink it in a certain way. Okay, here we go. And it's about to complete right now. Sensei is going to be the one that flips it. And it's looking good for Diesel or Rufio. Nope. Nope, it's not Diesel. It might be Primus or Max. And here it is. It is indeed Max in first. Diesel is off the edge and dead. So that's last place. Unless someone else goes off the edge, Diesel is going to win Date Everything. Max with the gold, Primus with the silver. In goes Sensei with the bronze. Hillbilly Jim. And there it is, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Unbelievable. Primus 220 and Sensei 242. Diesel was the first one off though, so he will be in last place and he will win Date Everything. Congrats to Diesel. Let me get the other names on the board right now. Max, Primus, and Sensei. Let's look at the scores now as they stand. We got Sensei at 5, Max at 4, Hillbilly Jim and Primus at 2, USA at 1. You mix your Crystal Light with Starry. Interesting. I do half Crystal Light and half sparkling water and ice, and it makes it so it doesn't taste artificial, you know? It just tastes kind of watery, but it's not bad because it's carbonated. So here we go. Everyone get in if you want to right now. Let's start the countdown. This is race number 3 coming up right now. And welcome in Riddler and welcome in Fact Checks. Good luck to both of you. Thank you both for joining tonight. Great to see you in here, Fact Checks and Riddler. Hope you both are doing excellent this evening. The countdown is down and forward and in. Oh yeah, people finished the last race. Absolutely they did. Not sure what you are watching. Who's afraid of the big fat bat? I do remember that. That was is that Jack Nicholson? No, that was Jim Carrey. That was funny. I like those old Batman shows. Although the one with Tommy Lee Jones in it could have been better. I feel like they did not do Two-Face's character correctly. They did his character pretty well in the animated series. That was a pretty good series. Like that old Batman cartoon. The one where... Who was it that voiced Joker? They completely destroyed Two-Face. Same with Dr. Freeze. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even like explain their story. It was very... It's like, what the heck are we watching, dude? Are we watching Batman, or are we watching some, like, you know, trash version of, you know, something? I mean, they didn't even explain their story at all. Very weird. Yeah, Mark Hamill, that's it, Max. Good speed here from Diesel. He's leaping forward. Remember, it's whoever gets farthest forward here. Diesel hits the first line. Mike will not. There's a big leap for Sensei. Sensei is in front. And it will be Hillbilly Jim. Wow. Let's see where Hillbilly Jim landed. Yep, he's ahead of Sensei and Diesel. And there it is. That's your 1, 2, and 3. Hillbilly Jim, Sensei, and Diesel. Let's randomize it up and go to the next one. Let's see what the scores are at now. Sensei with 7 points. Hillbilly Jim with 6. Max with 4. Primus with 2. USA and Diesel with 1. Yeah, Tommy Lee did not, and it wasn't the actor's fault, I don't think. I think it was the, it was the script. It was the script. Could have been a lot better. All right, here we go. Welcome in, Coach. 583 for Coach. Welcome in. Good luck to you. Starting the countdown here and getting it on and finding out who's going to take this one down. Sensei can win it with just a bronze. Hillbilly Jim just needs a silver. So odds are somebody's going to win it here, but we're going to find out. And Hillbilly Jim, I do believe, is forward with Mike and Riddler right behind. And Diesel and Sensei in the mix as well. And Primus. Primus actually out in first, I did not see. Now he is. Primus surging his way down the pathway, hitting boosts. Veering to the left. Diesel veering to the right. Very close races here for second place for the moment. Sensei and Diesel moving up nicely, but Primus already bursting through. Be careful, Primus, don't go over the edge, and he's in with the gold. Sensei, though, in with the silver with a nice catch up there at the end. Diesel and Hillbilly Jim get in just about the same time for the bronze, but it's not going to matter. Sensei with that silver is going to be tonight's champion. Well played, Sensei. And now on the board with 2 points, tied with Flashto, is Sensei. Primus at the time 104, Sensei 106, Diesel 108, Hillbilly Jim right behind. So Diesel, stand by for your game giveaway coming through, and Sensei, stand by while I put your name, your point total, up on the board from 1 to 2. That was pretty easy. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much all for being here tonight and hanging out and enjoying your time, spending your time together with me. I enjoyed it very much. Primus, are you planning on streaming tonight? And if you are, we will send a raid over to your stream. If not, I will take a peek real quick and I will see who else might be streaming at this time. Let's see. Raz is streaming Imperion, so you guys can go visit him if you want to hang out with Raz. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to raid anyone tonight. So I'll bid you all an excellent evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday, for Jackbox tomorrow. So get your phones and your Jackbox ready to go, because that's what we're playing. Come on in, and I'll see you then. Thank you guys all for being here. You all take care, and I'll catch you next time on the flip side. Peace out, everyone.